Hello, welcome back. Today I'm on Windows and I'm on Dragon 16, the new version. And I want to concentrate on the advanced scripting options because when you say advanced, automatically everyone turns off thinking you use advanced coding. You can use advanced coding if you wish, but you can also use the basic coding options within Dragon to create almost any workflow you want. Talking about opening up certain applications, changing fonts. Maybe you want to send specific PDF files through email. You can do a lot quite easily by building up your own workflows. So that's what I want to concentrate on today, to give you some basics so you can start playing around with it. So once you've got Dragon open, come to left, select Tools, and I need to go to Command Center. And we're going to go to Add New Command. Now, this is your command editor window. The first thing it's asking you at the top is, what's the name of your command? Now, be honest with you, I haven't pre-planned anything, so I'm just going to do this on the fly. So I'm going to call this command template test. So every time I say template test, it will execute my script. Description optional, but I haven't even decided what I'm doing yet. Now, important bit. Come to group. Now, why this is important is you can create different groups for your scripts. So you say you're an accountant. You might do in ledgers or something, but you might use specific commands in specific applications. It's a good idea to create folders because then you can re-edit your scripts to fit around your workflow. Otherwise, they're going to be all over the place, so definitely worth doing that. Now, is your command going to be global, where whenever you say it, it will execute? Is it going to be application specific? So you might only want the commands to work in a specific application of your choice. You can choose here on the right, browse, for look for a specific application you wish to use. And here, Windows specific. So this will be a specific application, but a specific window within that application you want the commands to work. So that's why also it's important to get your groups sorted so you can organize all your commands and your scripts. But I'm leaving this on global. Command type. Look at my YouTube channel, it shows you how to use auto text, macro reading step by step. Now I'm going to use advanced scripting. As I said, it's not as complicated if you're doing simple workflows. Now you've got a blank canvas and that can be a little bit discerning. But do me a favour, bottom right, select the help button. Now this shows you how to use the command editor window and the various options. But I just want you today to select the link for me, which is some simple scripting. Now we have got advanced scripting here as well. So the more advanced options you can add. For example, you might want dialog functions to come in, different box arrays, and even set pictures. So they're kind of already done for you. You just got to incorporate your variables within there. But come back out of there. I want to look today at Dragon Scripting language extensions. Tap on that. And this is what we're going to use today, just some of these commands here to work with. And they're quite simple and straightforward as well. We need to add your script in between submain and end sub. So I'm just going to split the windows here so we can see both. So I'm thinking what to do first. Why don't I bring up a Word document first? I've got a command here actually, look, at bring up. I won't go into specifics here, but it's definitely worth looking at the demos. So I can bring up Microsoft Word with the app bring up option and the app name, and if I want I can use these numbers here to determine whether I want it minimized, active, or minimized, not active. So you can be quite specific with your commands. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to do, so I'm going to click into here and type in app bring up. There you go, app bring up, and I need to add the string. Now the string is the target directory where it is. Easy enough at Word. Come down, do right click on Word, and then right click again, and left click properties. I've now got the target there, or the string. Copy. I can paste that straight after app bring up with Control V. Make sure it's in quotes. That's already quoted, but always make sure you do them in quotes. Now if I click the enter key, watch what happens to app bring up. It capitalizes where it needs to be capitalized to work as a script. So it's going to open up Word. Now another important command on the right here, come back out, and there's at the bottom, W, wait. Now it's important to wait between executions of your script. For example, you might be opening up Word, but you've left no wait command. So as you open up Word, you might want to open up a specific document or template within Word. So while that's executing, Word's still open, so it will fail. So using the wait command and the seconds is really important. Now this depends on your laptop or computer how quick it is, but I'm going to put a bit over the top, wait 5 seconds, click enter. So it's going to wait 5 seconds before it opens up whatever I need to do next. I'm going to come out of there. Why don't I now bring up? Bring up. Remember at the bottom, do a right click on the application you want to open. Do a right click on Outlook because I'm after left click properties, the target, Control C. And now I can paste that after at bring up. Make sure it's in quotes. So now I'm going to open up Word. 5 seconds later it's going to open up Outlook. Now I can start building up my workflow. Now I'm going to do wait again command 4 seconds. I'm doing a lot more time than I need to just to show you this. Now it's alright having Outlook and Word open, got a problem, and I'll show you why. I'm going to click the play button to execute. Now the problem we've got is they're overlapping. It doesn't look very tidy, does it? So this is where we can work with your workflow. Watch. I can now lock windows in left and right. So I might want Outlook on one side, Word on the other. So then we can use an option on the right here called SendDragonKeys. Now at the top here it says SendDragonKeys, open quote, type this, close quote. So if I was to put that in my script, it would just type out whatever I put between those quotes. But what I need is a command to split the windows, to lock them in. And the command is Windows plus right or left arrow keys. So I'm probably going to lock Outlook to the left. So this is what I do. Click in here. Again, we can use the command send dragon keys, open quote. But because it's a command, as if I'm pressing the keyboard, I just don't want it in quotes. I need an open curly bracket, win for Windows, plus left for left arrow, close curly bracket, close quote. That will now lock Outlook to the left. And the reason it locks Outlook because that was the last active window in my script. Click enter. Now again, I can add a little wait command. I just do 2 seconds, just playing about with this. See how I'm just working my workflow as I'm going along. Next I need to change back to Microsoft Word because I'm going to lock that in on the right. A couple ways I can do this. I could use the top, the app swap with command there if you wish for a specific application, or what I like to do is this. I'm going to copy the link at the top here that originally opened up Word, Control C, and I'm going to paste it here, Control V. So now it's going to switch back to the focus on Word. Click enter. I can add another wait command. And again, I'm overdoing these wait commands just to show you. I should do 2 seconds. Click enter. And now I need to lock Word to the right. So instead of typing it all out, why don't I copy that SendDragonKeys command to lock the windows. Control V and change left so it locks to the right. Click enter. Now I can have a look at that, see if it will work. So I'm going to hit the play button. And there you go. You can play about with the times and how you want to actually incorporate that. You might want to lock Word in first straight away. But now I've locked 2 windows in, and that can be great for 2 applications, be it Excel or whatever application you need to use. Right, let's go back, click enter. Now don't forget your wait commands. So I'm going to put wait in there, and again remember, you can play around with them. Let's do 2 seconds, click enter. Now I'm just thinking, I've got Outlook on the left locked in, Word on the right, but I might want to open a specific Word document that I'm working with. Could be a template. Now I've got a demo Word document on here from a client who was doing nursing. And there's nothing confidential on there, but it's just a Word document I could use, as example, as a template. So say I want to open that up in Word on the right. First we need to find the path or string of where that file is. Now, I know it's called template. There it is. Template for Health Client Desktop. So I'm going to right click that. All I'm doing is left clicking copying path. So now tap it into here, remember? Got an option that says at bring up. So if we type that again, I can now paste that in. But it's not going to work, is it? What am I missing? Me quotes. So always add your quotes. There we go. So we'll see if that works now. It should bring up a template in Word for me. So if I select play, and there we go. There's my template there. So you can see using these options, it's so easy to create workflows for yourself. Let's close that. So what shall I do next? So I've got my template in Word. A bit wasted on Outlook. Why don't I swap back to Outlook and then open a blank email, then go to a folder and attach specific files. For example, I just might want PDFs and select the PDFs to a specific email and automatically send it all in one workflow. Obviously, you can change your different scripts, couldn't you, for what files you want. You might just want to send specific JPEGs or whatever. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Outlook, and this is how you can work out how to do your workflows. How am I going to open a blank email using a script? Easier method. If I hover over here, well, Control N's the first one. So if I click Control N, it's going to bring up the blank document. But how do I now insert attachments? Well, if you do this now on your keyboard, click the Alt key, you see it gives them letters at the top so you can identify them. So now I can add this to the script. So I could just put SendDragonKeys N, SendDragonKeys AF for attached file, and see at the very bottom, browse this PC, I could just put B. And I'm now ready to look for the files in the directory that I want. So now I can add that all in my script. So again, I need another wait command. Oh, don't forget your wait commands. And if it doesn't work, your script, just play about with the timings as well, and that will make a big difference. So I'm going to do wait 3 seconds, click enter. So remember where I am, this is the important bit. In my script, I'm still in Word, because I opened up that template, didn't I, health template. So I need to jump back to Outlook. Now again, there is commands here that you could select app swap with, but I always find this easier. So I'm going to put SendDragonKeys, open quote. Now remember, this is a command, not just text I want to put in there. I need a shortcut key, Alt plus Tab, close curly bracket, close quote. Now I've missed my little curly bracket there, and I've done that for a reason. I'm going to click enter. Because if I now execute this command's script, it will not work. Okay, so it's important, if your script don't work, just go back over it and ensure everything's correct. Now that's looking good, so that's now going to swap over to Outlook, and now I can add all that information I said, which I need to open a new email. So instead of just typing this all, I'm going to copy. This is where it saves you time. Control V. Now the next command, remember, to open a blank email was Control plus N, and click enter. You see what I've missed there? A wait command. Now I won't need much of a wait command here, so I'm just going to put 2 seconds. Right, next, wait command again. Now I've done a new email. It'd be a good idea to lock that blank email to the left, so it's not just hanging in mid-space. So again, I can paste that in. Can you remember the command again? For locking windows in left and right. So it's win plus left will then lock the blank email to the left. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you that now so you get an idea. Let's click play and see how it comes out. Word opens, followed by Outlook. Locked Outlook to the left, words open. I'm locking it to the right. Then I'm opening up the template I want open to work with, and then I should jump back to the left to Outlook and open a blank email which I've also locked in. So there you go, that saves you loads of time, and we can speed up the time with that in your script to make it quicker. But remember not to overlap the time so they won't be able to execute. So just an important factor there. Make sure you close Word and Outlook before you try and work out this script again. Now, let's go wait again. I think 1 second will be fine because I'm already in Outlook. Now, I need to insert an attachment. Now, how do I do that? Now, remember what I showed you earlier? I'm going to open it up again. You can do this in all Microsoft applications as well. So I've done Control N already. So it opens up a blank email. Then press the Alt key, which I'm just going to do now in a script. Then N for insert, AF for attachment, and then B at the bottom to browse. Perfect. So I know what I can add into my script. You see how specific you can be with this. So send Dragon Keys space open quote, but this time open quote is still a command pressing the Alt key. It's not text you want to type in, it's a command, so I need to type Alt close curly bracket close quote. There you go. I've missed the curly bracket there. Add that in. So that brings up all those letters for me to navigate Outlook. Wait 2 seconds, click enter, and again. Next thing we need to do, I need to add the N, which was the insert, the AF, which was the attachment, and the B with the browse. Easy enough to do. This time, as it's not a command, it's just a letter, as if you're pressing on a keyboard N, we just put N between quotes. We don't need the curly brackets. Again, wait. 1 second should be fine. Again, Dragon Keys. Next option, remember, is open quote, AF close quote, enter. Wait 1 second, and again. SendDragonKeys, open quote, and again it's only a letter we want to put in B, not a command. So that should now bring us to your directories on your C drive to find what actual files you want to attach. Now I'm going to execute this so you get an idea, so always check it every now and again to make sure your script is flowing. And there you go. And you can say that just by saying a command in Dragon. You can have various ones to work out your workflow. Now, how do we access your folders and files that you might need to insert or attach to your emails? Well, if you look at the cursor here, it's flashing here. So this is what I'm currently in. So I should have a folder in here called template folder. Let's scroll down. And there it is. So that's the folder I want to access where I've got PDFs and Word documents. So all I need to do in here, because the cursor comes in here, if I type in here, click enter, it'll go straight to that folder. So that's how I can add it to the script. Watch. You just work with what you can actually see and build up your workflow. So again, I'm going to need a wait one command. So wait, say 2 seconds. I'm being kind of random with this, so you can make yours a lot better. Now we know it goes into directories. I need to open up the specific folder. So remember what we do. SendDragonKeys, open quote. Now I only want text put in there. I don't want a command, so I'll just type out the name of the folder. Template, folder, close quote. Let's correct that. There we go. So now it's going to open up the template folder. Click enter. Again, I can put just wait 1 second. And then if I do a command to enter, it's going to search for that folder in a directory. So it types it with template folder and then click like enter on the keyboard. It's then going to open up that folder. So I need another command. SendDragonKeys. Remember, this is a command, so we need little curly brackets. Enter, as if you're pressing enter on the keyboard. And that will now open up the folder. So I can access specific folders that I want as well in my workflow. Now, big point here. Say I only want to actually send PDFs. So what you could do is you could create folders and you might convert something into a PDF that you want to send. So that way we can send all the PDFs or any extension you want via email. But you can pop them in there knowing that's what you want to send. Or even individual files. So you could rename an individual file the same if you want and do it that way. But how do I access? Because what I only want the PDFs. Again, the cursor's flashing at the bottom here. There's an old command I used to use on the MS-DOS, and it works the same here really. And it's star, which is number 8 on your keyboard, dot PDF. So the star stands for all, so that's all extensions with a PDF. So if I click enter, you can see in the folder it's only showing me the PDFs. So I can now select them. So if I put that into my script and then add the enter command afterwards, it will only show me PDFs. Then all I've got to do is select them. So what I'm going to do is, let me show you how this works. Get rid of that. Make sure you close everything, because if you start the script again with everything open, everything's already open, it'll get confused. So again, I've got another wait command. Let's do 2 seconds. Whoops, spelled that wrong. Next option. That command does a star.pdf, so it only highlights. So you could do that with TXT if you had text documents or JPEGs. It's up to you what extension you put at the end. I'm just using PDFs as an example. So again, I'm going to put send dragon keys, open quote. It's not a command, it's just something that I want to be able to press enter on PDF. So this is not a command like pressing it on the keyboard, is it? So we don't need the open curly brackets. So we need star.pdf, close quote. So that types that in a Windows Explorer. Click enter. Again, have a little wait command. Enter again. So now we've done that, I need to add the enter command. Dragon, open quote. Remember, it's a command. Curly bracket, enter, close curly bracket, close quote. And that will now just highlight the PDFs as I showed you earlier. Now I've got a problem here. I'm missing stuff out, so always check. Tap on it and then it capitalizes it. It's good actually, because you see it capitalize or not, so you know whether or not the script's going to work okay. Again, wait command. I'll just do 2 seconds. Now, let's have a little look where we're up to. Let's execute the script. There we go. Now I'm only showing the PDFs. Now I need to highlight those PDFs. So I need to jump into that window. And again, we do this a couple ways. So if you do it on the keyboard, if you do Shift Tab twice, takes you in there. So I can do Shift Tab twice, then Control A to highlight everything, and then get the command Enter to add it to the email, ready to be sent. In theory, it sounds good, so we try it out. So I'll close all this. So you can see what I'm doing here, how you can play around with your scripts and your workflow specifically how you want. So let's give it a go. So send dragon keys, open quote, open curly bracket, because I want to use a command Shift and Tab 2. Close curly bracket, close quote. So that was Shift back 2. Click Enter. Don't forget little wait commands. I think I'll do 2 seconds. I don't need all them. I could probably wipe 6-7 seconds off of this script if I wanted to. Once I'm in those PDFs, I want to highlight them all. So again, send dragon keys, open quote, another command which is open curly bracket, Control plus A to select everything in that window, close curly bracket, close quote, enter. And another little wait command. I'll just do 1 second. My seconds are quite random, so bear with them. Once I've highlighted it all, I want to click enter so it attaches him to my email. So again, send dragon keys, open quote, open curly bracket, close curly bracket, close quote. So let's see if that actually works. There you go. That's simple to do. And when I'm in email, I mean, now you could just add your email, couldn't you? But you might email it to a specific admin or whatever each time. So we can actually add the email in and have Outlook automatically send it. Let me show you what I mean. Once we're in here, we need an email put into here, then a subject, and then we want it sent. We can do that using the script. So let me close that and not save any of it. As I say, always make sure when you've executed your script to close it. So I'm going to need a wait command again. Let's just do 2 seconds. Now, I want an email put in, so I'm going to make up an imaginary email. So send dragon keys. Now this is not a command, so I don't need the curly brackets. I just want text put in. And close quote. So this will put the email into the send option. Click enter. Again, wait. Probably only need a second there, I reckon. But I'll put 2 in anyway. And then I'll need an option to put in a subject. Then I want to add a subject. Now watch. I'm just going to open it up. Give an example here. So you can do this as you're going along. So I've got a new email. So you've got your email in there. Once you've got the email in here, if you tap 3 times, it takes you into subject. So then we can add the subject. Let me show you what I mean. And that way you can try it out in Outlook before you actually do it. So we need send dragon keys, open quote. Now this is a command, so I need to tab down. Open curly bracket. I think it's 3 tabs. Close curly bracket, close quote. So that should then tab down to the subject. Wait. 1 second, and then I can have the text I want in a subject put in, if you have a predetermined text for the subject. And close quote. So here is those I better do it capital. Looks a bit better, doesn't it? Click enter and then wait again. 1 second. So we'll see if that populates the actual email for me. And there we go, I even got the H wrong again, haven't I? But it doesn't matter. But have a look at that, so you can see how easy it is to populate your email. And the last thing I could do is actually send it. So all I need to do now is send it. So if I went tab and S, it will send. So I need to put that in my script. So again, open quote. As it's a command, remember, curly bracket tab, close curly bracket quote. So it tabs. And then send dragon keys, open quote, S, close quote. Because I'm only pressing S on the keyboard, it's not a command. And S should be the command to send the email. And then if I want, I can even close the email when I've finished. By doing a wait command to wait for that to send, I'll do 6 seconds. And then I can put send dragon keys again. Open quote. Now this is a command shortcut again, so it's open curly bracket, Alt plus F4, close curly bracket, close quote. If you press Alt and F4 and you've got an application open on your computer, don't do it now with your script open, obviously. It will close that window for you. Click enter. So see if that works. Let's execute it. So see if that works. Now if you see there's an issue, this is what I want to show you. Highlight it red if there's an issue with one of the commands. Which is good because then you can see the exact issue. Especially when you've been doing a lot of scripting. And there we go. It's fixed. Let's give it a go. Make sure you close all your Word documents. And then execute. And there you go. You can send the email and everything, and by the time you've got coffee and come back, you've already executed part of your workflow. Let me close Word. And you can see just there Outlook closed itself as well, because the end command I had there was Alt F4 after 6 seconds. I would probably change that to 4 seconds. So that's just a simple option to work with. But I want to show you something else quickly. I'm just going to drag this over. I'm going to scroll down on the right. you've got a mouse grid option, which is really handy. So if you want to place the cursor in a specific point when the script's finished, you can use this option as well. So it's got a little sample here, mouse grid 2 on 1. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to wait a second, and then I'm going to put the mouse grid in. So what this should do is open. I don't know if you ever used Dragon in the mouse grid. It's a grid where you can direct where you want your cursor by going 2, 4, and you give it a precise point. So looking at this, the mouse grid will be in position 2 here, relative to the active window to resize and open mouse grid. And underneath here, it'll be in a 1 position, and that's your grid 1 to 9. So let me give you an idea by running it now. Make sure Word closed in Outlook. And there we go. It's sort of left more time because you see it's not exited yet with the emails. But you see the little option of the mouse grid. So we can have the cursor put exactly where you want it to go. So just little options you can add. Now there's one last thing on here I want to show you. I'm going to close the Word document on the right. One quick thing I want to show you on here that's really important when you're working with Dragon. Remember, you dictate into Dragon for the commands. What I look at is an option that says set microphone. This is important when you're using Dragon, because after you execute a command, straight after, you want the mic turned off, because it's actually executing your script, and then turn back on again when it's finished. So we've got the option by doing it here. We've got set microphone on or off. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to click at the beginning. So I've got set microphone. 0's off, 1's on. So if I put 0 in, click enter, that should turn the microphone on once I execute the command. And at the end, I really want the microphone turned on again. So if I copy the top one, Control-C, Control-V, I can change that for 1 to turn it back on again. So I'm going to get rid of the mouse grid. Don't need that for now. And we're going to see if that works and the actual mic turns off. So when I say the command template test, we'll see if it works. So I'm now going to test that out. So what I need to do at the bottom, we click save. The command here is template test. So I'm going to click save and give it a go. Wake up. Template test. See how the mic's turned off? You can now talk and carry on speaking if you need to on the phone while the script actually executes. Go to sleep. And the mic turned on at the end. So have a little play with that, but just see that you can work with your workflow, improve the efficiency of it, and hopefully that should get you up and running. One last thing, if you need to edit any of your scripts, go to Tools, Command Center and Command Browser, and you can do it there. Make sure you choose the script option on the left here, and for example I'm going to open up Template Test. If you double tap it, it brings up that script. You can carry on working on it or delete it. So it's a great way to edit or change your script. Thanks for watching.